What's this icon right here?
Yeah, it's your wireless icon.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a means of communicating over radio waves, computer to computer.
Radio waves. Can you explain that?
Sure. Normally, a computer would communicate through a wired cable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, now we can do it over the radio waves. Like you hear a radio station, it travels through the airwaves. It's the same thing with this communication. It's traveling over the airwaves, or the radio waves.
Okay. So you don't need a wire.
Exactly. Yet with that, you can get to the internet, whatever else, because you're communicating over the airwaves.
Okay. And you can do that anywhere?
Anywhere, as long as there's a connection.
How do I know if there's a connection?
Well, see the wireless zone over there?
Oh.
Okay, that means you're in range of a signal. Now, that's obviously here because we're in a school or public place where they have that offered. But as long as you're within range of a wireless signal, then you can actually make that communication.
I've always wondered what that was. What's the advantage of doing that?
The advantage of that is portability. Okay. If you're tied to a cable, you can't go anywhere.
Right.
Okay. Unless if you have a 100-foot cable, you can go within the distance of that as long as it's not going to wrap around something.
Right.
So wireless, you can go anywhere. Again, it's within a range, but you're not tied to, is this cable going to get wrapped around and am I dragging something forever?
Okay. Is it the exact same as a wire network?
No, it's not. It's actually quite different. As we've talked about our mobility, there's an issue with a wired network where you have a cable.
Right.
Okay? And that acts as a security measure as well.
Okay.
So the benefits of wireless is your portability, but it also has downfalls. As a wired network has its downfalls of limitations of distance.
So you mentioned with a wired network, it's a little bit different with the wireless. Can I still do the same types of things? For example, can I still share files?
Yes, you can share files. It's the same situation. You're in a network, and so you just have a different means of communicating. One uses a wire, one uses airwaves. It's still a network. You can still do the same things. Yet, being that it's over the air, it's not as secure and protected as over the wire. So, yes, you can share the files, but it would be better to not, unless you had the best security. But still, any security at some point can be broken, and you don't know. So yes, you can, and things like that, but I would be a lot more careful in sending and what I send.
So you said encryption. What is that?
Encryption is a means of securing information in a form that someone else can't decipher.
What are those means of protection?
The means of protecting wireless is you have either WEP or WPA.
What are those?
Well, WEP is the initial one that came out to secure this type of a situation. Yet it had some inherent downfalls. It's still used and is better than nothing, but WPA has come out, and that is a more secure, more robust type of security.
Okay. So other than encryption, how else can I protect my wireless signal?
Passwords, and that's a basic level of protection. Passwords, you have different levels though as well. Okay. You have basic passwords, which are the lowest ones, and those would be just a word in lowercase. Okay, like password. Okay, not much protection, so found in the dictionary. Very easy to figure out. Okay, a different level, a higher level of that is to mix capital letters or numbers with some word, or to not actually have a word, but some other structure that you know is all together, it makes sense to you, but it's not in a dictionary. Okay. Another level, the highest level, is intermix the regular structure, the lowercase, with the uppercase, letters, and symbols. Okay, because you're not going to find as many symbols, and that's going to be harder to try to decipher a symbol because it's just not as common. Now, one thing with passwords as well is that you don't want to say like have password and use the at symbol for the A, because people who know what they're doing are aware of that technique, or using an O for W, a 0 for O. You want to do something else or misspell it. Things of that nature that are uncommon. So using structures that are uncommon intensify that. Or if you took a phrase and took the first letter of each word in the phrase and put them together, and did, instead of like 3, use the number 3 in a sentence. Things of that nature all increase your security.
Well, thanks for your help. How do you know all this?
Well, I'm a CIT major, and in this program, CIT program, we learn a lot of information dealing with security.
I might have to look into that. I appreciate your help.
Well, you bet.
Have fun in class.
Feel free to come over and check out the department.
Okay.